Hello everybody and welcome to another Naruto Theorist video. Now, today we're reviewing Dragon Ball FighterZ, a game that I was really excited about, and also me getting really into Dragon Ball recently. I found it was really fun to play, and yeah, let's go into a little bit more depth on the stuff. So yeah, let's get into it, guys. So, first off, the big thing is the fighting mechanics. Now, I think it's a very fun game. It takes after a couple other games, you know, the 2.5D fighters. Nothing like, Naruto, Storm 4, or other Storm games, or Xenoverse. It's very different from those in the fact that it's just kind of a flat plane you're fighting on and not more of an arena. So, I think it's different in that aspect, but it's really fun and a cool change of pace. However, the game is very marketed as user-friendly, and I've seen this a lot in other reviews, but I really don't find it that much beginner-friendly. It's really hard for me. I've never really been into fighting games, and the ones I have been were Mortal Kombat and Injustice, where it's more auto-based, and there's not as much, you know, air juggling and stuff as there is in this game, and I find it kind of difficult to adjust to. Also, the combos I find very hard. Mainly because I'm not used to pulling off jump cancels and stuff like that. So before you buy the game, just realize there's a huge learning curve to it, and it's going to take a while to overcome, and after probably a week of playing, I still haven't overcame it yet. But I still do find it very fun. Now this game also suffers from the plight that a lot of other fighting games suffer from, which is bad AI. Now the AI I fight against are very easy, and I can beat them pretty easily, but when I go online, it's a much different experience, and I find myself getting hammered like you guys can see in this clip. So I am having a lot of trouble doing that. And now I have the same problem in Storm 4, but once you get, you know, better and learn how to do stuff, it kind of fades. But in this game, where it is extremely crucial to do combos and stuff like that, where it's not as crucial in Storm 4, that's a problem because you're not going to be able to learn those combos as easily against bots. And if you don't really know how to do them, it's much harder to learn. Now we get into the great parts of this game. Now first we're going to start off with the characters. Now there is a plethora of characters to choose from, which I find awesome. Now it isn't as much as Storm 4, but the change is there is so many more cool things you can do with the characters, and the characters are much more unique than in Storm 4, where in Storm 4 it's just, you know, you have your auto combos and that's pretty much it. But in this game there's tons of different combos. There's light, medium, and heavy attacks, which you don't have in these other games, so they put a ton of time into that, and it's honestly awesome that they did that. However, I feel like they could have put a couple other characters in the forefront than some other ones. Like, I would have liked Hit over Jiren over Hit, or some of the other characters that are in here that I don't really find as cool as some of the other characters that were left out, which I kind of don't like a little bit. But other than that, I feel like the character design is just awesome, and everything in this game is just so cool and unique from the other, you know, fighting games that I've played in the past. Now, despite getting absolutely hammered online, I have found very little problems with servers over the past couple of days that I've played, and honestly, the servers that I played on have been incredible. I have maybe 4 or 5 frame delay, and I think that's just awesome. Now, I do sympathize with the people that have, you know, that incredible, just crazy frame delay that's really frustrating to play against. But as far as I've seen, I haven't really ran into that problem that much, and if I would, it would be few and far between. So I feel like this game has a pretty good score on the online fighting, as opposed to, you know, Storm 4, which has a large variety of connection problems. Now, the customization in this game is just incredible. The amount of customization is crazy, and I really respect the lack of microtransactions in this game, which I feel like Bandai had a lot of pressure to put on them not to do that, and they really succeeded in that case. But yeah, it's just the scope of customization is just incredible, you know, with character colors and lobby characters, you know, in the main lobby. and just all this other stuff, and stamps, and just the scope of it is just incredible, and I feel like it's crazy that Bandai could do this, and I applaud them for that. Now, while it does avoid the gripe that I have with almost every game's story mode, which is, lack of connection to characters just by the game, how it's made, basically, being a Dragon Ball Z game, it avoids that. However, it really does stay with it in a way, because in all honesty, I had no worries about characters dying or anything really big happening, just because this game isn't canon, and there's nothing really big that could happen that would affect Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball Super in any way, shape, or form. So I really had trouble with that, but, it was fun for the 8 to 12 hours I played it for. Now, however, the just constant fighting of clones and just the constant just easy fights is really kind of frustrating to play against when you just want to get Android 21, but I did have fun playing it, so I give that one a decent score for a story mode. Now, really, overall, my only gripe with the game is its difficulty and its learning curve, which, I can really sympathize with, because for people that are veterans in, the 2.5D fighting games, this would be very easy for them, and veterans in Street Fighter and stuff like that, but I've never really been good at those kind of games. So when I played this, really expecting to, have a fun time and really just be a lot like Storm 4, and, I'm actually pretty good at that, I ran into a little bit of trouble, and I had, these thoughts of, playing competitively and actually being good, but, those were quickly squelched after playing online for a couple of rounds. But I feel like after a while the learning curve could be kind of put down a little bit. But as for a beginner, I don't feel like it's very beginner friendly, which is kind of a problem for some of the, beginning entry level fighter players. Overall, I'd probably give this game probably an 8.5 out of 10. Everything in this game is just great. The graphics are incredible. I didn't really put a section for that just because it's pretty quick, but the graphics are incredible. The gameplay is really immersive. I find it really cool. My only problem, again, I said this a lot, is just the learning curve of it, and coming from a beginner player, I really think that should be really, really heavily stated, that it is a hard game to learn how to play. Now, I would akin it to maybe learning how to play chess or something like that. While it's hard in the beginning, it can be very, very fun, and you can get to high levels once you learn how to play well. And other than that, I have no qualms with this game. This game is beautifully made. Everything is just so great. The amount of just things you can do, be it arcade or story mode, it is just great. The training is fun. Even the training when you just go and just lay into a motionless person, I just find that fun because you can learn how to do the combos better, and that is just something that a lot of other games don't really put much thought into, but that is just awesome that that's a big part of the game where you can just sit there and learn how to do that. And the combo challenges in the practice mode, it's just, everything is just so great that they made this game, and I really applaud Bandai for how they made this. So hats off to you guys, that you guys did a great game. Anyways, guys, if you liked the video, leave a like down below. If you guys want to see more FighterZ gameplay or Storm 4 gameplay, leave a like down below as well, because that's the only way I can really judge whether or not you guys want to see that. If you guys are feeling really awesome, hit that subscribe button. It helps me out a lot. And as always, guys, have a great day.